The Vanishing Heir. A cinematic, ultra-realistic 4K portrait of a very old East Asian man with a hard, emotionless face, sitting in shadow, dim dramatic lighting symbolizing disappearance and power lost, slight mist around him, a chilling and suspenseful atmosphere, North Korean historical setting, photorealistic, ultra-detailed, high contrast. The machinery of control. A dark, dramatic 4K scene of a massive North Korean government office, endless files and papers, workers under surveillance, a shadowy man Yong-ju, controlling a giant switchboard, tense atmosphere, cinematic lighting, photorealistic, conveying control and fear. Moscow and the rise of an enforcer. Ultra-realistic 4K image of a young Kim Yong-ju in 1940s Moscow, walking past historic university buildings, wearing a suit, carrying books, snow falling, cinematic lighting, dramatic shadows, sense of ambition and intellectual power, historically accurate. Architect of absolute loyalty. Cinematic 4K visual of a classroom and factory in 1960s North Korea, children memorizing slogans, workers performing repetitive tasks, portraits of Kim Il-sung on walls, shadowy figure, Yong-ju, observing tense and oppressive atmosphere, hyper-realistic, photorealistic lighting, dramatic shadows. A rising rival. 4K ultra-detailed image of young Kim Jong-il plotting with propaganda posters behind him. Fiery expressions, dramatic cinematic lighting, shadows, contrast of youth and ambition versus Yong-ju's bureaucratic calm, tense thriller mood, hyper-realistic. The diplomatic spotlight. Photorealistic 4K scene of Kim Yong-ju shaking hands with South Korean officials on July 4, 1972. 1970s formal attire, cameras flashing, journalists, tense diplomatic atmosphere, cinematic lighting, historical accuracy, dramatic composition. Demotion and betrayal. Living erasure. Ultra-realistic 4K visual of a lonely Kim Yong-ju in a dim, sparsely furnished residence. Walls lined with books, a small window with sunlight barely entering, feeling of isolation, invisible and forgotten, cinematic lighting, shadows, thriller mood. 4K cinematic image of Kim Yong-ju standing alone in a grand assembly hall. Officials turning away, empty corridors, shadowy figures dismissing him, dramatic lighting, tense and humiliating atmosphere, photorealistic, suspenseful. Symbolic return. 4K photorealistic scene of Kim Yong-ju sitting at a formal ceremony as vice president, expression stone-like, handlers nearby, staged clapping, grand hall, dramatic lighting emphasizing powerless symbolism, cinematic and suspenseful. Death and the final silence. Cinematic 4K image of Kim Yong-ju's funeral bier in North Korea, minimalistic design, a simple wreath, small gathering, soft dramatic lighting, muted tones, photorealistic, solemn, suspenseful, quiet tribute without grandeur, historic context.